Police are searching for James Thomas, believed to...
It was a really fun experience to see it in theaters. We have seen a couple of like theater re-releases of older movies, and every time it's been really fun.
It always rips. Yeah, we saw Alien for its like I think 30 something.
Yeah.
30 or 40th anniversary. Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of the time it's just there's just things that you don't
I could see so many details.
Not just because of the size of the screen, but also because like in a theater, you're in this whole space that is designed for you to just focus on this thing,
right?
And I feel like with the music too, like I pick up things like in the score, like I really appreciated the score a lot more this time around.
Yeah,
like I love the little sound, like early on, just like honestly, also just a great scene in this movie, and I think a really good scene that shows Hayden Christensen gets a lot of flack for his delivery of lines. Like,
I think he's perfect, and everyone needs to shut the fuck up.
But he really sells just like this conflicted young man who's me, and especially in his facial. Like the scene I'm talking about is when he has Count Dooku on his knees.
Oh, and he's got the red and the blue lightsaber, and he kills him with both.
Yep, and you see him deciding, and like he doesn't want to kill him,
and fucking Palpatine's like, kill him.
Do it, Anakin. Do it. And when he cuts Dooku's head off, there's this like really like nails on a chalkboard, like dark sound.
Something that is really interesting about Anakin's like turn to the dark side in this movie is like, I was talking with you about this yesterday, but there is something to it where I feel like it is so relevant now with like the men's wellness to alt-right pipeline.
Yeah,
it felt like, with what I know now in the current political climate, like it felt as though the themes of this movie were made for today. Like when Anakin is like, you know, the dark side could bring me what I want. Like what I want is to protect my wife and child. Like what I want to be this like man who can do what needs to be done for my family. Like I want to be this protector. I want to make sure nothing bad happens to my family, which I think is like a lot of how men feel when they're going towards this alt-right pipeline. Is like there's this element of like, today's society makes me feel emasculated. The Jedi make me feel emasculated because I don't have the power I want to have. So I'm turning to this alternate force that is ultimately going to destroy me and my family. But I'm turning to it because they are offering me all of these things like, hey, if you join us, like we'll save Padme. And then at a certain point through the movie, it stops being about Padme entirely. It stops being about like protecting his family, and it just is about him and just about the power. And like that is something that I feel is so relevant right now with like Andrew Tate and like all of that alt-right bullshit.
Revenge of the Sith definitely has like just like a lot of really fun visuals, a lot of cool planet. Like one of my favorite planets in this movie, I think it's called Utapau, the big like crater city planet. It was like really cool, and that's actually the thing where it's like I remember I enjoyed that whole sequence more in all the action scenes with General Grievous, which General Grievous is such a fun designed character.
He is funny.
He's like a really, like, I love how, like, he's just constantly...
He's, like, hunched up,
crouched over, and he's coughing. I remember, I've seen so many great fucking memes on TikTok of this re-release. That's another thing that's interesting to me. So this movie has broken the record for the largest re-released opening weekend.
Oh, cool.
It's made, I think I read it made like 55 million.
The police are searching for James Thomas, believed to...